it's only going to help this token out. It's only going to make all you holders out there more and more money. Welcome back to Bonfire Finance. My name is Adam. If you watch my old NFT video, then you will know that I am bullish on this whole NFT space and the weird world of digital ownership. And if you haven't watched any of my old NFT videos, then make sure to go back and watch that, because the rest of this video will make much more sense to you. I have one hang up when it comes to NFTs, and if we can figure it out, it will be a game changer. But how are we going to flex those NFTs whenever we're spending millions of dollars on them? We're gonna want to show them off instead of just pulling them out and showing people on our phone like it's a baby picture. How is someone like Drake or the baby or whomever, how are they going to show off their NFTs in a braggadocious manner? Because it's all about the flex. It's all about that chick factor or that D factor, whatever. No judgment here. The D stands for dude. Pervert. But for all the same reasons that we have name brand clothes, fancy cars, jewelry, whenever we can figure out how this flex is going to work with NFTs, that's when the mainstream of people, the general public, will start turning their heads and saying, now what is this again? How do I buy this? I even made my own NFT, hard to say it with a straight face, and listed it on OpenSea. Drum roll, please. Meet Funky Nuts McDougal Smooch. And yes, it's obviously a self-portrait. But before you ask, it is still for sale, and I may just list it on the NFT Art Finance platform, which sounds like it's going live very soon, and we're going to talk about that. Come on. At least give me a like for Mr. McDougal Smooch. Just a little boop. Me, me. And you would have known about that glorious piece of artwork if you would have been subscribed to my Patreon. But in all seriousness, I have revamped the whole thing. I've added a bunch of new stuff. So make sure you go check that out and see if there's an investing level that fits whatever need you're looking for. And while you're at it, make sure you check out the Coinbase link in the description below for some free Bitcoin. Now, I know you didn't come here for my funky nuts, huh? Oh, Jesus, I'm so sorry. So let's talk about the NFT Art Finance token. You can see here, join the new era of music and art. Our unique NFT platform for audible and visual art will empower artists, creators, and investors with easy, accessible, and safe tools. Turn your music, art, and ideas into NFTs, or if you don't know what an NFT is, it's a non-fungible token. Now, if you don't know what the NFT Art Finance token is, it's another deflationary token, similar to Safemoon and Bonfire, like I've talked about in the past, because they also do the same. They have the same tokenomics system as those other guys, meaning for every transaction fee, there's going to be a 10% tax, with 5% going to the liquidity pool and 5% getting redistributed to all the holders. Now, they did start with 100, that's right, 100 quadrillion tokens, but they burned 50 quadrillion, which is still an ass ton. However, if the associated platform I'm getting ready to talk about, if it's set up to redistribute and burn tokens with every transaction, then it may not be as bad as it sounds, especially if they're expecting massive amounts of transactions on the daily. And when I say transactions, I can only assume that people are going to have to purchase tokens to buy the artwork, and also purchase tokens to list any kind of artwork as a creator, because I've got to assume there are going to be fees involved with that as well. Now, the CEO just had an AMA a few hours ago, and he mentioned that they will be doing a manual burn of tokens. However, they have to abide by the tax laws of Norway, which I know nothing about, but he says his lawyers are working through it, because he wants to make sure he does everything legally and make sure there's no confusion about it. But these tokens should be getting burned around the same time as that beta release of the platform. The full release is supposed to be in June when it goes completely live. So everybody is excited to see this beta version of the platform. They supposedly have a lot of stuff lined up, but at the same time as that beta, the first manual burn is supposed to take place. Now, I really hope that this is the first of many. And there's rumor mill out there now about there being multiple burns. I have nothing confirmed. If you know of multiple burns or a link to something where it's actually saying that, then please, by all means, leave that in the comment section below. I haven't seen it yet, but we at least know there is one manual burn coming. I just don't know how much, and maybe that's something the lawyers are working through now. But at least there's something, so I am being optimistic. Now, the beta launch is what I'm excited to see, and it's looking like it may be late this month, early next month, but I was really hoping to see a full launch by next month. But there have been some sneak peeks, and people seem to be liking what they're seeing. I like the music side for concert tickets, and record labels are supposed to be involved. Obviously, the NFT artwork stuff is going to be in the mix, but automatically it gives the token more utility than a lot of the tokens out there. At least a lot of the deflationary tokens out there like Bonfire and Safemoon, which I'm not throwing shade at those guys. They've got their pros too, but at least there is a platform, and they're working on stuff. There is a platform for an actual product. It gives us the ability to purchase some kind of goods or services from these platforms with the token. That's what I believe gives any kind of crypto most of its value comes from that utility. I cannot stress that enough. With the beta coming up, along with that token burn, we could see a jump in that share price, and we could use that right now. You can see here we have a dip, and it looks like we are looking at a decent level of support, at least over the past few days. But with the right catalyst, we could see this thing go into an uptrend very, very quickly. The slightest thing can send any of these tokens straight to the moon or straight to the ground because they are so volatile. And on that note, make sure you do not invest anything that you are not willing to lose every cent of. Throw some YOLO money at it and just hold strong and just forget about it. One thing that is always an aggravation to me, and I noticed it right off the bat, but before you even say it, I know they're talking about redoing their website, but whenever I pulled their website up for the first time, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Because it's certainly not the best, and their white pages are not very sleek looking either. This is my hang up, and I know it's their first one, but if your thing is digital pieces of art and cool shit, then your website and everything else should mimic that, right? Am I crazy here? And if you're developing a crypto, surely someone in your camp is smart enough to bring some kind of flair to that website. You want me to have confidence in your digital anything, but your website needs work? Come on, dog. Come on. Let's be real here. That's a terrible way to give people confidence in your product. But I know I'm going off on a tangent, and I'm sorry. I know a new website's coming, and I'm looking forward to checking that out because I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. But in better news, NFT art just moved ahead of Bonfire on the list of most searched cryptos. And you can find this same list I'm looking at on coinmarketcap.com. Now, at the time of this filming, they are sitting in 14th, but they were sitting a lot lower not long ago. But they seem to be moving up. As they move up, those holders will be moving up. And when that platform goes live and those tokens start getting burned and the chatter starts on all these forums, I fully expect them to break into the top 10. And if they can keep that momentum going and if they can keep that traction, I mean, it's possible for them to break into that top 5, at least momentarily. All in all, I think we're looking and everything's pointing in a great direction for NFT art. I'm bullish on the NFT space. Some people call me crazy for being that way. I just feel like, even though I can't get my mind completely wrapped around it and how it's going to evolve in the future, but I know it will. But I can't help but feeling like I'm in the early stages of something incredible. And in 10 years from now, I feel like we're going to be at a new place with this thing going, wow. Never saw that coming. I never dreamed of the way this thing would adapt and evolve into our society and just become part of our day-to-day lives. And there's going to be things that kids are doing that's probably going to be blowing our minds Hopefully that momentum can keep pushing up, and not only for the token, obviously for the token, but for the NFT space in general. As long as that NFT space keeps pushing up and more things start coming out of it, it's only going to help this token out. It's only going to make all you holders out there more and more money. I like the plan for utility already in place, and I am so excited to bring back to you Funky Nuts McDougal Smooch. And whenever this thing goes live, I will let everybody know where they can get my famed piece of artwork. But let me know what you think about NFT art in the comment section below, and let me know if you'll bid on my beautiful piece of artwork. I worked really hard on that thing. As always, I hope your investments go to the moon. I hope you stay safe, and I hope everyone out there takes care.